said, we took all the drum beats from them and they captured all your drum beats. I said, for what? He said, because Dre wanted the drum beats so he could put other, build other songs around it.
Wow.
So at that time,
yeah, man, for the last couple of days, man, I've been tuning in to the T-Nutty podcast, man. I listened to it as a producer. Some things really stood out to me, man. Well, basically, showed me how the, the music industry worked and what's really important and what I always thought was important. Producer Trackouts CO beats. And his podcast, T-Nutty, talk about how when he went to jail, Interscope came and tried to basically, they stole the nigga archives, took all the trackouts from the beats, from the songs that all the, that Death Row produced and gave them to Dr. Dre. But yeah, man, so let's watch this clip. Let's get into it.
They don't distribute my catalog, and they talk to their peers and tell them don't distribute my catalog. Who will? Okay, I'm a man. I'll figure it out. I'm in prison. Now I'm in prison. Jimmy coming to visit me. All that. So one day, they give one of the security guys a call. Say, hey, Daz and a couple of guys, Cameron and stole all his masters that Suge paid for. Tupac song with him on his own. And Suge paid for all that. Cameron went to the studio and stole all this that belongs to Suge and Death Row. And Daz stole a couple of reels and Pac songs, and they going around trying to sell them. That's destroying his catalog. Jimmy tells the security guy, that's my friend, bring me all his catalog, his archives with all his stuff. I'm going to keep it safe for him while he's in prison. So the security guy brings it to Jimmy. Jimmy and David Cohen, once I get home,
you didn't know about
okay,
this.
Yasha. I didn't know about this. So when I came home, I was like getting ready to go through my archives and all my masters and, put my shit back together. Where's all my Interscopes has it. Why Interscopes has my? We ain't doing business with them. They're like, well, Jimmy said this. He looking out for me. If he was looking out for me, they'd be still distributing my catalog. Where's all my archives? Your archives is everything. Your masters, any songs you put out, and any songs you didn't put out. First thing they said was, well, the first thing we did with your catalog and stuff, and all the albums you put out, they said we took all the drum beats from them and they captured all your drum beats. I said, for what? He said, because Dre wanted the drum beats so he could put other, build other songs around it.
Wow.
So at that time, he didn't do all these.
I think it said, because Dre wanted the drum beats so he can build songs around them. Ain't that about it, bitch? Hold on. Go back. Let's go back.
First thing they said was, well, the first thing we did with your catalog and stuff and all
the first thing we did with your catalog. The first thing we did with the catalog.
The albums you put out, they said we took all the drum beats from them and they captured all your drum beats. I said, for what? He said, because Dre wanted the drum beats so he could put other, build other songs around it. So at that time, he didn't do all these drum beats, and even if he did some drum beats, those drum beats is property of Death Row because that might have been
exactly like all the trackouts, all the beats. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So all the songs was a combination of multiple producers. So the fact that that's the first thing they took and did, that speaks volumes on how important motherfucking beats is, producers beats, and the motherfucking drums and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It reminded me of that episode with Cassius J. And he was talking about, you know what I'm saying, what niggas doing, how they making 10 beats a day.
And this how it's going to, man. I hate to say this, because I know a lot of people finna do it. But let's say if I did a beat with Nonstop, and I said, hey, Nonstop, give me the sessions to them beats so I can add to it. Once you give me your set, your sounds, I got them now. So if that beat was made in 150 to about 148, I can adjust it where it's not going to make a difference. The way a lot of people is making the beats, this is what I'm telling you why I'm glad I went through that with him, because I learned something watching him do it.
Yeah.
Watching Metro do it, watching a lot of people do it. I ain't gonna call a lot of people names, but if I take a hi-hat that's 150, and a lot of these niggas got these hi-hats that's going all that shit. A lot of people can't do that with their softwares. And then it's just a certain feeling, you can't even mimic that shit. So if I take that hi-hat, take that snare, all that shit that was under 150 and put it in there, all right, now the drum's halfway done. All I gotta do is put an 808 on it in the melody. Now with Splice or whatever it's called, freeroyalties.com, or whatever, freesampleroyalties.com, you go get one melody, put that bitch on there, put it through gross beat, halftime, whatever, put reverb on it. You got a whole beat. All you gotta do is do an 808 and add 2-3 sounds, and there go your beat.
Yeah.
So that's how I'm making 10 beats a day. I'm a musician, first of all, and I'm smart.
Yeah.
So I know I can't just take your beat and put it in my shit. So I'm gonna take a melody that I don't heard off Splice. I don't want to use your shit because you ain't coming back get my ass. But I'm gonna play it and invert it, add something different because I'm a musician. Lay that bitch down. I put my own samples through gross beats or halftime, make it sound different, put reverb on it, all these other shits. That go to beats.
So that's why some producers, they don't even sell their track outs to their beats. You know what I'm saying? I think Curtis King even talked about that on one of the videos.
Selling my track outs is exactly how I got in that situation to begin with, in which said party took the track outs, chopped them up, didn't add anything to it. They basically just rearranged it and mixed it to their liking and then called it their own beat. Anybody could do that. Producers can do that and start reselling my beats or reselling my loops. Why am I not cutting that money? I look at track outs now when I think about in the context of sound kits, I think about them like, remember Grand Theft Auto, the original Grand Theft Auto, when you could take a car into one of those buildings and it basically was a chop shop. And then basically, if you don't know anything about chop shops, I mean, I don't know. I ain't never been in no chop shop. I ain't never did no crazy stuff like that. But you take your car to a chop shop, they basically take all the parts that are worth money from the engine to if it has like a rare type of axle or whatever's going on, they take the rims or whatever, they basically take it and gut the car and they chop it up and they get as much money as they can off of that vehicle than trying to sell that vehicle as a whole. So when I think about track outs, I think about it as this is pretty much the chop shop. This is pretty much the chop shop approach or psychology when I'm making my beats and putting my track outs out there, and I'm basically saying, hey, you could do whatever you want with them, right? You could take those sounds, you could do it, hey, go do your thing. And I know that not all producers are gonna feel the same. Some of them say, well, that helps a rapper get a better mix on their particular beats, and why would you not offer that? That's on you and that's your business. My business model is not going to include selling track outs anymore. And if I do sell track outs, it's gonna be a taxing ass price because of the risk that is involved. Don't even ask about the track outs because I'd rather not try to sell them to you.
When you start selling track outs, you know what I'm saying, it can be a problem in the future. You got a lot of motherfuckers out here, you don't even know what they own. Motherfuckers could be scamming, got their own little website, selling other motherfuckers beats. It's funny how Dr. Dre will make a lot of music but won't let a lot of people hear it. But that's another story. Always be ready to lawyer up just in case something serious happen. You know what I'm saying? Where somebody done really copyright infringe your shit and made a lot of money on, because if somebody done stole your beats and made a lot of money, that means you got a big check coming, man.